Let me tell you something.
Go for it.
All right, I want to tell you what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And,
All right,
and you might think that I'm just stalling because I don't have anything.
Ethan,
All right?
what's up?
Quentin here. I'm fine, babe.
This is Ethan. I'm gonna go.
Don't worry, Devin's here. This is time. Let's rock and roll. Welcome to the Power Up Brothers podcast, where we all sound the same and Quentin's don't.
Quentin's don't.
Twins don't.
I love the Mushmouth podcast.
That's right.
No, Quentin's points don't matter, especially if they're about our new table.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Doesn't it? It looks good. I wasn't here for the first episode that it was in. I'm
Look
very
at-
sad.
Thank God.
Look at it.
But you know who was here?
the news.
Producer Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. Hey, look
Producer
at him.
Harrison.
My dude.
His
Last
table is real.
2 episodes ago, we didn't have a producer, and it really showed.
Yeah.
It
was
showed how
chaos.
good the podcast could
was
be.
so-
And then last episode we had a producer, and it also still
It was
kinda
terrible.
Arguably worse.
Much worse.
Didn't have a Devin.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. We're the yin and yang
Yeah.
that creates
Somebody
flow
has to
in the
keep us
podcast.
on
Yeah.
track.
Guys,
I did my best.
So I think the crematorium's really come into its own. We have decorations. We have a new table. We brought the table back.
That's right.
Yep.
We don't know if people wanted
Yeah.
us to bring it back.
I
but
It
we
was
mean-
by
brought it
popular
back.
demand.
Yeah.
All right, I got 500 fan letters.
We did,
saying please stop writing threatening emails to the post office.
I mean,
and I took that to mean that I
Yeah.
should get a new table.
I mean, it's come into its own in the same way that a serial killer like really becomes known for his MO.
He figures
Yeah.
out his victim.
He
right.
develops a strict pattern.
I also like that you got 500 fan emails, and we don't have that many subscribers.
right? Yeah.
Well, there was doubles.
Oh, right.
Multiple
right.
people were
Multi-
sending.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I sent.
Also, they were. If you followed that joke, they were letters telling me to stop writing
That's
threatening
true,
mail
yeah.
to my
They were
local
people you
post
were
office.
scaring,
Yeah,
yeah,
what
the
had
post
nothing to do with the
office,
pod.
right.
Mhm.
Well,
I love explaining my joke. It makes
I
it
mean,
a lot
it's better than you explaining a joke from 30 Rock, a
What do
show
you-
that's
I
been
don't
off
know
the
what you're- I
it's
don't
been
know
off
what
the
you're
air
talking
for
about.
like 10 years.
I actually
know
don't
what
know what
you're
you're talking
talking
about. I
about.
haven't seen last episode.
He
Is that
doesn't
a
watch
last
the show.
episode?
I hope not.
Oh.
I hope it got edited out. I feel like the last episode they should have kept in everything about Saudi slaves and taken out the part about 30 Rock. Okay? This is a show that's high quality, folks. We've got
Actually,
high
we're
quality.
getting closer.
We're getting closer
getting way
to being
closer.
able to use the word quality without a
Yeah.
lawyer.
Yeah, right.
Without air
Breaking
quotes,
down the door.
quality
Quality.
show.
We've been able to use the word high a lot, but
Mhm.
not.
yeah,
Not-
not quality.
We have to put an allegedly in front of every claim of quality.
Every claim. It's just
That's on your-
flashing across the screen.
That's like your driver's license too, isn't it?
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
allegedly. He's
Yeah,
Quentin Dotson.
allegedly I've got one,
Yeah.
and allegedly I drive legally.
Right.
I don't think the state should be able to decide.
Right.
With you, it kind of didn't.
No, it should. No, I literally
It
just
really didn't. Yeah.
to be. This is how Mario Kart works. No one has to have a license to do that. You
That's
just buy
true.
the car.
That's
I
true.
literally.
Kinda
I would
terrifying,
argue
too.
that the license to drive in Mario Kart is much more expensive than a regular license.
It's $80.
It costs $80.
Yeah, exactly right.
I would
Yeah,
argue
I spent 25.
if the police pull Quentin over, his lack of a license won't be the real problem. The Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton in the back of his
Yes.
car, he's illegally running across state
Yeah.
lines, would be the
That's
problem.
what gets him in trouble.
Yeah.
The human skeleton
Right.
won't
Yeah.
go over any better.
Now, all the dead hookers in the engine are going to be a problem.
In the engine.
In the engine.
Yeah, how does that
Interesting.
work?
Okay. That's a great time to go
Wait,
to our
wait.
new segment that
Video
that we
games?
have a name for.
Grant-
Do we want to talk about video
I don't know
games?
how to go into it. I'm just going to go into it. What's up? Guys, welcome to What's Up. It's our new segment where these bros just say what's up. It could be news, it could be what you've been playing. We don't do those focused segments anymore. We gave up on trying to focus.
Yeah,
No, it was a
focus
terrible
is not
mistake.
it's not our
And-
strong
And
suit.
as always, we do in this segment that we've always done in this
Consistently.
segment since the first
Uh-huh.
time we did this segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The producer is going to ask the first Power Up brother, what's up? which Power Up brother gets to be what's up? I don't know what I did there.
Get
Well,
him
the
out.
first one, Ty.
Ty, what's up?
Let me tell you something.
Go for
All
it.
right, I want to tell you what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And,
All right,
and
let's
you
hear it.
might think that I'm just stalling because I don't have anything.
Ethan,
All right?
what's up?
Ethan, what's up?
What is up?
Mhm.
I-
Got news.
Have played some interesting games recently.
believe you.
You talked about last time I was here. You talked about Souls like.
Yes, so I'm still on my Souls kick, but I put it on pause briefly to play a little indie game that I got a while back earlier this year,
Silk Song.
called Gestalt, Steam and Cinder, and it's quite good.
Okay.
It is a like Metroidvania and a little similar to like Mega Man Zero
Okay.
in like gameplay style, and made by a very very small indie studio. And I've had the art style in it is incredible. That's kind of why I picked it up in the first place. The pixel art is amazing, and the character art fantastic.
Mhm.
It was really 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 good. It takes about 10 hours to beat.
You beat it though.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, it was really short, so I figured I'd just pick it up and play it.
Yeah.
So it was the thing that I found most interesting about it was that while it's clearly made on a budget and it's a little shorter than I would have liked, and like the opening very much feels like a demo of a game, and then toward the end you get the impression that like a lot of it is like set up for a sequel that so like. It didn't have quite as big of a cinematic ending as I would have liked.
Sure.
But when you play a game like that and it's from a little studio and the gameplay itself is like stellar,
Yeah.
that like it's worth keeping your eye on.
Cool.
So like there was a lot of mechanics in the game, and they all worked extremely well. Everything was like very tight, and if you upgrade your character all the way through, it got a little easy, which I get. It's hard to make like a big upgrade tree and not like kind of trivialize a lot of the game if you fill it out. But that being said, the boss design and like the abilities that you're given, 10 out of 10. So satisfying. Like it's one of those things we talk about a lot, that like when a game, it's like feels satisfying to just move your character around.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Everything about this was great.
Yeah.
Like you
Which
have
is
like
hard for indie companies to nail.
Oh yeah, they did something that indie companies normally like go in the opposite direction of, because they don't make walking into an enemy damage you. The enemy has to attack.
Oh, cool.
So you have a roll and you have a back step. Like normally in a 2D game, like this is all pixel art and 2D. Normally in a 2D game like that, I was like, why do you need a back step and a roll? You can just turn and roll. But there were some really cool things they did with that. If you like, you can fill out the ability tree and get a roll that comes up into a stab, and then you can also get a backflip that then you hit the attack button during it and you jump back forward and attack.
Oh, cool.
So when you're moving really fast, you're like never not attacking the enemy.
Yeah.
And to coordinate all that and make the game actually like the like hitboxes right and the enemy attack patterns right.
Yeah.
And actually be like challenging and fun and fair, that it was really good. I would like say like if you play it and you're a little underwhelmed in the scope, that's fine. It's totally understandable. The scope is a little smaller than I would have liked from a game like Mega Man Zero.
Yeah.
But you can already tell like, oh, they nailed the most important thing, and a sequel that just builds a little bit on that, but puts more of its energy into the scope would be phenomenal. So I can't recommend it enough.
What's it called?
A Gestalt.
Gestalt.
I think I've seen
I'm
that.
sorry. Gestalt. This is some kind of game. What are we talking about here? This is like a
Crowd
German
game?
invasion. What's going on? First, let me get this straight.
It's the mixing of two things perfectly.
Gestalt. Okay, the mixing. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
Germans wanting to mix things.
Right. Yeah, sure. The first you had the Frenchman game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that French
Frenchman
game.
game.
Remember that French game that was about
The French, the
Oh,
Australians.
Claire
there was the
Obscure?
the Australians.
Yes.
who did that. They're okay. They're
Who did
cool.
the Team Cherry's
Yeah.
Australian.
I'm okay with them.
Yeah.
There was the French one, and then there was
Claire's,
that, and Pinocchio is Italian, and Mario's Italian.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's
Good,
true.
There
Good.
are many
Everybody
people
good.
from different
Good job.
countries.
and I
Well done.
and I don't want any of them.
Where is Italy? Can you
I
find
don't
it on
want-
map?
It's the boot. I don't want any of them.
It's the
I just don't. Why can't we talk about American games?
There's a
God
reason.
bless American games.
There's a reason because they're all made in Saudi Arabia.
That's true. They're gonna.
I think I know
Full
what Ty's
circle,
what's
guys.
up topic is.
No, that was last week.
You weren't here.
Oh,
You haven't seen it.
You weren't
God.
here.
You were
Oh
spared.
God. So,
Devin,
yes,
what's up?
I'll tell you what's up. No, I got to play something really cool this past week. It actually wasn't last week, but I wasn't here last week on the podcast.
Thank God.
Last episode. Still this week, but last
Yeah,
episode.
last episode.
But I played something. I played Marvel Cosmic Invasion
I also
demo.
played that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was my.
It
other,
was super good.
That was the only thing I could think to talk about, but I was like, nah, that's not enough for.
But
for
it is
what's
enough
up.
for me.
But Devin was bolder than I.
No, I like.
What is this?
It's the new. So the team that made
Shredder's Revenge.
Shredder's Revenge, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I know all about it.
They are making a Marvel game that was in this like a similar vein to the scrolling beat 'em up,
Mhm.
which Marvel doesn't have a lot of. They had the Punisher game.
Well, they had
But-
Captain America and the Avengers.
They had Captain
Mhm.
America and the
Back on
Avengers.
And
I'd say that's
Genesis.
what
Didn't they have those secret gems?
War of the Gems,
War of the
Absolute, is it,
Gems.
Total Carnage?
Total
Yeah,
Carnage.
They had some
Carnage.
Spider-Man
They had a lot.
games.
I was
They actually
wrong.
had a
You
lot.
were really. I
Actually,
don't
had
know
a
what
lot.
you were
This is
thinking.
90s theme, though. I really
This is
like
90s
all the
theme,
costumes.
all the costumes.
All the stuff is like
Captain America has his like chainmail is what it looks like. It's the little
Yeah.
chainmail with the wings that stick off. It looks
Yeah.
awesome.
It made me realize that Venom has never looked as good as he did in the 90s. all
I
right?
know, yeah.
He looks
He's-
so
Yeah, really.
good.
It's lower. It's like lower pixel density of something like Marvel vs. Capcom, but
Yeah, right.
it's obviously pulling from that kind of era.
Yeah.
Venom has his same sort of like
Is
low
the thing where,
pose.
Like, the
Yeah.
symbiote comes off.
Symbiote, like the face
Yeah.
comes
Head,
off. Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty cool.
The demo is pretty good. It's like 2 levels,
Yeah.
2 bosses.
Who'd you play?
I played Spidey and Cap, and then I replayed as Storm and She-Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whatever the new character is for it, the girl with the sword.
I found out she's not new. She's just
She's
one I
not
wasn't
new.
familiar with.
Oh.
I forget what her name is, but
Phyla Vel or
She is a real- yeah,
She's
they-
Marvel's daughter.
it's
I
not a
think.
Luna Snow situation.
No.
The team didn't make them, but
She's really cool.
Yeah.
I like playing.
It's
her.
like
This is a
the
comic
game-
book podcast now. We're debating
A comic
the
book
existence
video
of the
game.
All right.
no, but it's only about like
Marvel.
My eyes have completely glazed
it took me
over.
like
Yeah.
28 minutes long, like the demo. I think I played it twice and I have an hour in it, and I think it's like the best like beat 'em up game that I've played in that style. It's a little bit faster. We've noted this than Shredder's Revenge,
Yeah.
but it's so like tight with how it works. Like right after I got done playing it, I booted up my copy of War of the Gems, and I forgot how like
kind of clunky,
janky as heck that game is, where like sometimes you shouldn't do the third punch because it leaves you so open for attack and it's so slow. But what I loved about Cosmic Invasion was that you can be fighting somebody, like you're doing a combo on one dude and a guy behind you gets up, and just really quickly the controls are so responsive and smooth that I could just snap around as Captain America and throw my shield and hit him and then go back to fighting what was all around me. It was so like, I love when a game you just think like, oh, I want to try doing this, and then it just works.
Right.
Like the game's controls and stuff are not limiting you.
Very
like
tight.
And
a friend of ours, when he was playing Skyward Sword for the first time, loved the fact that when he saw something coming up from behind him, he was like, he tried to like just flip around and attack it, and it actually happened. Like that was like his favorite part of playing the game. So I'm really excited for it. I think it's
It
going to
looks-
be
and
good.
who's
who's
really
making
good.
the game?
I wish I could.
It's a newer.
Oh, hey, I'm going to put their name right here.
Wow! Oh, Devin
Yeah.
Devin will actually
Look at
edit
that.
something in.
It's this team.
That's amazing.
Look, the last episode that I edited was almost 3 hours long. Cut me a break. It was hard.
No,
No, yeah. So that's
he never put that cartoon dog in my hands.
I actually
Go
did.
back and
I actually
look.
did. It wasn't a
Mm.
cartoon dog though.
You never
No,
put
the
it
thing
there.
I do have a bit of
Mm-mm.
news to share.
News.
This isn't the news, but it might as well be.
Let's hear it.
No, yeah. So Nintendo released a video called "Closer to You."
Yeah.
I saw this.
And
Most confusing video game related
yeah. Well,
announcement of all time.
I talked to a buddy of mine, and I told him I was like, could be like a Pikmin short. I was like, but it's probably just how like 3 years ago almost Nintendo bought Dynamo Animation, and renamed them Nintendo Animation, and they've done nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, this has got to be like, it's really high quality animation. This has got to be them going like, oh, we've got to do something.
Because why would you use any of your iconic characters and like make a little
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda
Yeah,
short
right.
or
Why not?
Mario
No.
when you can
Ridiculous.
make a baby playing with toys?
So he called it that it was Pikmin.
Yeah.
Like before they revealed that it was Pikmin, he called that it was Pikmin.
You could hear like a bunch of Pikmin motifs like in
Yeah.
the music.
Yeah. And they also edited them out really poorly.
And
But the thing that I really liked was that they went ahead and just came out very un-Nintendo-esque.
Yeah.
They just went ahead and came out and said, this is from Nintendo Pictures, and we're going to
Yeah.
do more. So
so they're making a Pikmin movie?
No.
What is the news here?
No, it's a video.
It's just a
there's a
short.
new
I know the one with the baby, but they're
that
making a Pikmin something.
I think the weirdest thing about the reveal that it
Pikmin thing.
I think the weirdest part about the reveal that it was Pikmin is that the reveal wasn't they uploaded the video without Pikmin on
Yeah.
like YouTube and Twitter, but then the video with Pikmin was on Nintendo Today, the app.
That's right. It's exclusive.
wait,
It's
Yeah.
promoting
I'm
their
sorry.
app. Yeah.
Yeah.
What part of this is Pikmin, and how will Pikmin be involved?
The Pikmin are stealing the baby's toys, and the baby is the last boss of the next Pikmin, and
Yeah.
you will eventually
You have to
cart his
kill the
dead
baby.
carcass
Yeah.
off
Right.
into your onion.
I'll end mine by
Okay.
saying that something my buddy said they should do is that should be like the little shorts that play before like their Universal movie, like Pixar does, has a little short
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
They should do that.
I have a what's up. I know
You
what's
have
up
to-
now.
No, you have to wait for producer Harrison.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You have
Ty, what's up?
I don't want to say now.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
I was
now.
really gonna laugh if you said Quentin.
I,
What's up?
I really
I thought about
expected
it, but I don't
Go,
ask
go,
what-
Ty.
I know
I
what'll happen.
have realized that I've been playing a couple of games. One of them is an all-time classic, which is Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil East
Oh,
Chronicles.
cool.
Really
Yeah,
good.
I forgot that came out.
Really good remastering of a classic game. They don't have JRPGs just don't have stories like Final Fantasy Tactics.
I thought
the
you were just
way-
going to end the
They don't have
sentence there.
stories.
They don't have
anymore.
stories.
They don't have stories anymore.
Is this a remake of the PSP game or the Game Boy Advance game?
Yes. No, it's a remake of the PlayStation 1 game, which the PSP
Oh,
game was a
neither.
remake of.
Oh.
But it has
But
this-
not the
it has
Game
this-
Boy Advance game.
The Game Boy Advance ones were sequels to
What
that.
are you,
Yeah.
what are
Gotcha.
you even asking right now? What are you
Game Boy Advance?
Game Boy Advance.
Why didn't you?
DS?
You got
Why
it.
wouldn't you say
it.
PlayStation
Game
1?
Gear?
Yeah.
Why would you skip to the GBA?
He did.
I only knew about GBA and PSP. I didn't realize that there was a PS.
Yeah, you had the
Quentin.
You had the original, and then
I'm
it
sorry
was
that I-
remade as War of the Lions on.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
sorry that I should have assumed that you knew more about video games than me.
You shouldn't have assumed that.
Oh my goodness!
No, it's a
Okay.
really great remake.
Mhm.
It has you can play the original in the remake. It asks you if you want to play just
Really?
the original in the 4:3 aspect
Oh.
ratio with the
That's nice,
what
yeah.
you come to realize after playing the remake version are very janky controls. And but they've made balancing adjustments. They made the interface a lot more friendly. It's really good, a lot of fun.
How does it stack up to stuff like Triangle Strategy? Because now
I mean,
you're
like-
playing it
Yeah,
in an era where you've played much
like
more
Triangle
advanced.
Strategy. So there was there's a game series called Tactics Ogre,
Yeah.
right? And the Final Fantasy Tactics was very much of that vein, and
Yeah.
then Triangle Strategy was kind of a throwback to Final Fantasy Tactics, and so it's
Gotcha.
very much a kind of successor series, both in the tone of the story and in terms of like the gameplay. So it's very similar, and I love Triangle Strategy. It's a fantastic game. Final Fantasy Tactics is has highs and lows. Like for its day and age, it was revolutionary, and for the most part, it's aged very, very well. It can be a
I
little
love the
rough.
graphics,
I think
yeah.
I think trying to be objective, I think going into it, if I had never played it before, there were things that I might find a little rough around the edges.
Sure.
Because, but I love them because that's how I was used to them.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm not. It's not really a negative thing for me. The camera's a little strange, and in modern games like Triangle Strategy, the camera's kind of free moving. And in this one, it snaps to one of 4 angles, and it's kind of hard
As in
to
it
see
just
things.
cuts?
No,
Or-
it goes and
Oh, it
makes a
literally just if you hit the
if you tap
thumbstick,
it
it just like
over,
goes off.
You got 4
Yeah,
positions
that
for your
makes sense.
camera.
Probably because it used to be shoulder buttons.
And now
on the
you can
PlayStation.
Yeah, and now you can get an overhead camera view as well, which
Oh, that's
helps
cool.
you, not accidentally move.
Did they
your
actually
character
animate the
into
sprites of the top of their heads?
No.
It just like
I don't
they
think
just
so.
like lean and
they just
flatten.
lean
Yeah.
a lot. Really good, really well done. I'm also playing through the Trails in the Sky remake. I've never played the Trails RPG series. Trails, Legend of Hero, Trails of something is there. There are 11 of these
He made
games.
that up. That's
It's
not a
from
real-
the makers of Yeast. It's from
Yeast?
Falcom.
Falcom. Oh, cool.
And it actually had crossover games with the Yeast series, and I'm a big fan of those.
Cool.
But I'm realizing something about having played this game and looking back at the fact that like they released like 2 of these a year. There is something to be said.
The Trials games.
The Trails games.
Trails, sorry.
There is something to be said for making a game where you don't spend any money on anything except like the things the game needs. Like this is very clearly, like you can tell just by like looking at the graphics and the character models and stuff that they're appealing, but it's a very low budget kind of RPG.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But then when you actually pick the game up and play it, it has like really good storytelling from the characters. It's not a cinematic story,
Sure.
but it's well thought out, and then the gameplay is just excellent.
Wow.
And so like they cut the corners they needed to cut to release these at like every year.
Breakneck
You're
speeds,
right.
yeah.
And I realized that's kind of Falcom's MO. That's kind of what they do. Yeast is probably around a similar budget. It's a smaller game, but it looks a little higher budget. So
it's like as old as Zelda, but it doesn't have Zeldas.
Right. The animations in
budget.
Yeast are a little bit more complicated than Trails, but Trails is a massive game.
Yeah.
But they're really good at just focusing on what they need to focus on, and they're like, yeah, you're not playing this because you love, the incredible graphics and the cinematic gameplay. You're playing this because this will run on your PC, and it tells a very
PC.
charming story. Very, very. So far, I'm about 20 hours in. It's kind of low stakes for an RPG. You're just on an adventure.
I love that actually.
And so
low
it's fun.
stakes
It's
is
my
in like
favorite.
no one's got your mom held hostage.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
your mom's dead.
Oh, well, that is low stakes.
We got rid of mom.
But she
You
didn't
can't
die,
kill her
but
again.
she didn't die. Well, I don't think anybody killed her. I think she just
Natural
sick.
causes. Yeah.
That's
so
just
see,
that's,
so low stakes.
I remember playing Trails in the Sky on the PSP like 10 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I remember
Wow.
playing Trails of Symphonia on GameCube.
No, get out.
I know what the
you knew what
series
you were
is.
doing.
I
You
know
knew
what
what
the
you were
series
doing.
is.
Quentin, what's up?
Do I have a story
And
to
we're out
tell
of
you
time.
all?
Topic of the
You got
week.
6 minutes to tell your story.
All right, 6 minutes. I can do it in 12. The point is listen.
I don't believe you.
So
I don't think he can. He's really underestimated.
You cannot.
Steam Deck, Steam Beck. That's right.
He's already on.
Steam
So lazy.
Ack,
Go back.
Steam Back,
Okay.
Wet. Never mind. I'm sorry.
You
All
choose your
right.
thoughts all as one.
I
Hey,
didn't-
you did it in
Oh,
a minute and a
no.
half.
All right.
That's you guys. Ice is breaking
I-
down our door
This
right
is
now.
listen. I was about to say, forget that I said anything.
All right. So
Let's
we
just,
always do. We
let's
always
just
do.
We try.
move
We
on.
try.
Why'd y'all bring it up? All right. I don't know what your all's problem is. The point is that I was going to talk about the Steam Deck because I
Mm.
have played the Steam Deck for about a collective of 1 minute and 35 seconds.
Great.
That's
And,
1 minute and 32 seconds more than usual.
That is correct.
We're a full minute into Quentin's time.
I,
He's gone nowhere.
It's got no.
I-
we have no
It's
clue
about
what he's
something that
talking
he's done
about.
for less time
yeah.
than he's been talking.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I was trying to play Mega Man Zero, a game I really like, but then, it was mostly just, it was a big blue balls waste of time because,
Are you talking about that
me
thing
and-
you were doing like 30
yeah,
seconds
me and
ago?
me
on
and
the
Ty
couch?
were working on
Okay.
this thing to get this thing set up, and I, Ape Escape 2,
I do know that.
that
We
too.
all know
That
Ape
also,
Escape
I played
2.
a few minutes of that trying to get that to work, but
Yeah.
there was no saving going on, right? No progress. It was just me,
Ape Escape 2, that's a legit fun game.
That's
Yeah, we
amazing.
talked about that
Yeah.
already,
Yeah.
didn't we? Yeah. So, I don't even have anything else to talk about it
Oh.
because, what am I supposed to do?
So what you were
Right.
trying to sync? I'm still confused.
Yeah, don't
as to
worry
what you
about it.
were
It doesn't
doing.
matter. There's no point in talking about it, So,
Which I think it's funny the lengths that you're going to just like get where most of us are on console. Like we can play our games remotely. Or,
right. So, how do you play Ape Escape 2 on the PS2 remotely?
On my PS5.
Really? You got it on your
I
PS5?
do.
And what do you play it remotely on?
On my G Cloud.
Right. So, what does that mean? What do you mean?
Logitech G
G-Cloud?
Cloud. It's like an Android.
You can stream your PS5. to
Stream your
any
Yo,
Android.
we're not talking about streaming. What are you talking about? Streaming?
I was talking about streaming.
We're not talking about
Isn't
streaming.
that what you were doing? You're streaming your PC.
No, babe. What is wrong
He
with
was
you?
no, he was
You don't-
actually streaming his PC,
No,
but not to
talking-
play the game.
talking about Steam
just to
Deck.
start the game.
This means that I can take my Steam.
I'm just trying to keep a conversation going on.
This
a
is
podcast.
ridiculous. All right, this is ridiculous. Scurrilous claims that the PS5's cloud service streaming is the same.
Oh no, it's not the PS5. This was fans who had to create an app to work with PS5.
So
'cause
Steam
Sony's-
Deck,
Yeah,
right? It's
Right.
this handheld console,
Never heard
Yeah.
of it.
right?
I do Chiaki up. Yeah.
I had so I was trying to use it. That's the point,
Good job.
ultimately.
Good
But it
job.
didn't work
Oh,
very well, and so I didn't get any gaming done.
have you played Delta yet? Metal Gear Solid.
No, because no one bought it for me. Even though
That's the sad state that he's in.
no one bought it. No one bought it for me, despite the fact that it was promised to me. There was somebody that said,
Okay, so I wanted to like push, to be like, hey, let's go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
"Yeah, right."
Then I watched a little more of it, and while I think it looks good, someone was talking about how it is, in fact, the Twin Snakes equivalent.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh.
I don't believe
so
that
it's,
for a
so it's
second.
better in every way.
Right. Correct.
There were scenes where Big Boss like doesn't move his face at all in the original, and in the new one, he's like contorting.
I
his
have
face.
I have
I'm
heard
okay-
that
yeah.
is
Interesting.
an edit of a joke scene where he is
Being
Like a
pin-
secret
being
thing
pinned
or-
being
without
pinned, and
the shirt on.
someone
Yeah, yeah.
edited
There-
that face onto the regular one.
There was well, maybe it was, but it was another scene where it was much more emotive than
Oh,
the
okay.
regular
We'll get you
Big
Delta.
Boss.
You know
So
what?
the
The
next
point
week-
is
If you
that
subscribe
yeah,
to our
next week we can-
Patreon,
if you guys
see it.
subscribe to our Patreon, we can subject Quentin to Metal
Here's
Gear
the
Solid.
thing.
We can buy
Delta.
him.
Some people said Metal Gear Solid Delta, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid all the way to Omega. All right?
Mhm.
Metal Gear Solid Delta EI.
Metal Gear Solid
pretty
Delta
good, actually.
Rune.
No,
Okay.
solid
Oh.
beta male.
Hey, that was actually
Big
better.
Boss gets my snake hard.
Ooh.
Okay?
No.
So the point is
Too much.
I don't care. Okay? You say twin snakes. Okay? I don't even need two. I got one and it works just fine.
It
All
does
right?
not.
We don't know that for sure. Real quick, just I'm
What do
curious.
you mean?
Oh, go ahead.
The news.
Okay.
I got news.
No, isn't Delta 4 in the Roman alphabet or whatever,
It's not in the Roman.
or
First
the
off, Greek.
the Greek alphabet? Isn't Delta 4?
It is, yeah. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta.
So I wonder why it's called Metal Gear Solid Delta. It's the third. It's a remake of 3.
Do you know what the
can't
symbol
count.
for delta is?
Triangle.
Triangle.
How many sides does a triangle have?
Oh my god!
You're
God,
such
the
a-
Greeks must have been idiots.
What a dope. What a dope.
Can't count.
I don't know. I think hearing Delta, I would think 4.
I think I'd look at the symbol and say, "I wonder how could this be a?"
Well,
3?
guys, that was our new segment. Tell us what you
I
think
didn't even-
about
what
it
about the
down there in the
news?
comments.
What about the news?
Quentin doesn't know how the segment works.
Yeah, well, there's some
He said
news.
that- the next one.
We
Our
got
producer said next topic, which in this case is topic of the week. Welcome to a special edition of Topic of the Week. We're going to give the floor to Ethan. He's got something to tell us. Ethan, what do you have to tell us?
Listen, listen, Ubisoft has done it again.
Ubisoft.
They've ruined me. They've
Makes
ruined
you soft.
everything. Everything is
Yeah.
soft now.
All soft.
Like how
Okay,
it was to
everything's
Troy.
Ubi.
They have
This
brought
is-
nothing but ruination.
I will try to keep this brief.
Do it.
Like my
I don't
experience
care
with
if you
this
keep it
game.
brief.
what is the
Am I a
game?
cop.
Breath of the Wild
Breath of the Wild.
What?
broke everyone's brains.
Oh,
when
Yes,
came out.
it did.
I think I know
And
what
the
you're about to
creators
talk
at
about.
Ubisoft Quebec
Assumed
broke
they could
their
do it.
brains. They assumed they could do it, and they made a game called Immortal Phoenix Rising. And I saw this game, and I could not figure out what the gameplay even was for
Yeah,
years.
I've also played this game.
And then somehow I got a free copy of it, and I thought,
free
I just finished Bloodborne. Why don't I sit down and play Immortal Phoenix Rising?
Yeah.
And so I'm playing it, and the character creator, I'm like, this is fine. Kind of looks pretty good. Get
Yeah,
into
was
it.
okay.
It has the classic Ubisoft problem of for every one line they come up with where you go, hey, that was clever, they have 10 more lines where you want to peel your eyeballs out.
The dialogue
Right.
is
The dialogue is
garbage.
so bad.
Yeah.
Every so often they do make a joke about actual Greek mythology that's pretty funny,
Yeah.
but that is few and far between.
Yeah.
So I'm playing the game. First of all, they put it's a button masher, and they put the attack button on the shoulder button because Souls puts it on the shoulder button. Have you ever tried to mash a shoulder button?
Yeah, it's terrible.
You will get carpal tunnel and die from it immediately, right? Your hand will explode. So I had to remap the controls in a bunch of really clumsy way, and I'm finally playing the game, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty fun. And man, it is just spoon feeding you left and right, and there's Ubisoft things popping up on screen. And then the first time you kill one of the bosses, on the side of your screen, a huge ad for the Ubisoft store flies in front of you.
No way.
Yeah. And it says press start to view the Ubisoft store. And I am like, what?
Why when you beat a boss?
Get that out of my face.
Yeah.
It was like a mini boss because you got an achievement for it. And getting achievements gets you Ubisoft points. And you can use them on the
world
store.
is a nightmare.
And I am so
Nightmare.
infuriated. And I'm like, okay, so I finally get to they did the Breath of the Wild thing. You get all your power-ups, and then you get to the end of the tutorial and
Yeah.
get off the little island you're at. And I'm like, okay, we're fine. Gameplay is pretty fun. Going along, having a good time. But there are these islands, these like giant hills I saw that like I couldn't get to originally. I'm like, now I've got flying.
Yeah.
I got all these stamina items. I'm going to go over there and check out these little islands. That's the whole thing I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Fly out there. As soon as I get close, a big warning comes up on screen. It says, this area is too high level for your current level. You might want to come back here later. And I thought, okay, kind of warning the players. Fine. It pops up every 30 seconds and says that over and over again as I'm trying to solve puzzles, as I'm climbing up the walls.
You can't turn it off.
You can't turn it off.
It's
I
like
get-
that sniper in Red Dead Redemption, except
Oh.
that it's targeting you, the player, instead of you, the character in the game.
I get to
that-
the
It's such a Quebecois move to be like passive aggressive, like where you're like, you really shouldn't be here.
It's very
You
French.
really shouldn't be
Really,
here.
really
Every
Yeah.
30
you
seconds.
really shouldn't be here.
Yeah, leave me alone, Frenchie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I finish. First of all, get some stuff there where there were no enemies. And I'm like, this is fine. They're puzzles.
Yeah.
And this is the first area.
No, too high a
It's
level of IQ. They thought you were really
Yeah.
stupid
Yeah.
and couldn't beat it.
I climb up a mountain, dismissing this thing every single time. And
That's
I'm
insane.
so mad.
Yeah.
And I get up to the top and I find the thing I was looking for. And it says like, oh, this is a shadow chest. It opens at night, but it's heavily guarded. And I'm like, well, I'm going to try and get it because I want an actual challenge in this game.
Yeah.
Wait till night. Bunch of enemies show up. Fight them and actually have fun fighting them. And it's pretty close. And I wind up beating them. And right as I beat the last one, it pops up and says, hey, you're under leveled for this area. You should come back when you're leveled up again. The message is only gone during combat. And so I literally beat the enemies and it pops the message up. And I go, this is the worst most Ubisofting I have ever been softed by Ubis, right? And I open the crate and the boss spoils something about the game that happens later.
That's
because
why
he
they
does
didn't
it like the disembodied voice of the boss spoils something about the late game.
They needed to change the message to just like, hey, please don't come here. We didn't design the
Yeah,
game for
we
you to
didn't
be
finish
here
the game.
yet.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, like the boss spoils that, like he starts giving you power ups at some point in the game as like a temptation to
Interesting.
corrupt you.
Yeah.
And you have to unlock those chests to get them. He just spoils that. I don't have the thing to do that yet, so it just made no
Hilarious.
sense. In the
Why
scene.
program your game?
Why program the game?
Yeah,
and then I'm
why?
like, what? And right at the second, I'm going like super confused. This message pops up again. Hey, you're over level for this. I said no, and I paused. I uninstalled it. It was the most.
It's terrible.
Oh my God. I forgot what it's like to play a game that refuses to let go of your hand.
Yeah.
Like, it's so overly manufactured with microtransactions and with trying to make sure you don't experience it the wrong way. It was infuriating.
The Ubisoft store is wild. That's wild that it pops up an ad for like a shopping place.
Yeah.
Like that's like an eShop ad showing up when you kill Ganon. Like what?
Yeah. It was insane.
That's insane.
It was
You
insane.
know,
Well, that's been a special presentation from Ethan.
Well, all I gotta say is that if you hear that an evil man has done evil and you're shocked, then you are a madman.
Right.
And my point is that Ubisoft has made me so hard for so long, hard with anger, that is, that I have literally had to go to the hospital and be given blood pressure medicine to get that Ubisoft hard on down. Okay? So, you know, this is just part
hard on soft.
my Ubi hard on soft down, and it's
why do you
I
encourage
didn't even
and it's never been better. Okay?
I didn't even mention that the main character you play as, your point of view character, right? Cannot believe any of Greek mythology is real and just won't
That's hilarious.
stop
actually.
talking about like griffins. Those aren't real. Typhon, he's not
Aren't
real.
you like
You're
a
god, you're
Greek
not real.
warrior?
Yeah. Who
Hilarious.
has met Achilles?
That's hilarious.
It makes it literally at some point I literally turned to Ty and I was like, this is Forspoken levels of dialogue.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
This is so bad.
I really want
I
to play
stop-
Forspoken.
I know you do.
Stop being surprised that the Gorgon exists. You're in Greece.
Do you know that game's original name was Gods and Monsters? Isn't that a better name?
Yeah.
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 It's a way better name.
Sounds like a PlayStation
Yeah.
2 game.
I think there is a game that's really close to that.
I wish
That sounds way too intense.
I wish it was a
Thank you
PlayStation
for
2
sharing
game.
your experience with Ubisoft.
I felt
Oh.
like I was playing a bad version of Jack and Daxter.
Ooh.
Mm.
That makes me
Well,
want to
thank
play
you.
it more.
You
just
know,
for Jack and
I
Daxter.
appreciate
It was a
you
weird
ranting.
experience.
That was the first time
I
you
am-
said anything on this podcast that I was like, man, I understand the words he's saying and why he's saying them.
I think that
Specifically, I wanted to bring it up.
That's
because
really-
Ubisoft
What a powerful
softened
condemnation.
my
I was gonna say
What
Ethan's
just
probably
said.
never
Look at
felt
that.
worse about himself.
All right,
Don't
Ubisoft.
listen to him.
Okay, Ubisoft makes me
Harrison,
hard with anger.
I checked in with them.
Mhm,
There you go.
right.
Still soft.
Mhm.
Still
Yeah,
soft.
right,
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Harrison,
It makes me hard with
reach
anger.
your sensuous, meaty claw into the topic bag.
We
Yeah,
pulled
but-
so many Devon
Oh,
topics
it's all gonna be
last
no. It's all
week,
Devon
and
Oh,
topic.
did you?
No, there.
Okay.
No, there's.
this one isn't Devon.
It's
we
not
find-
Devon.
And
Wow.
when you're back, we don't get one.
I'm glad you had something to talk about last
All
week.
right.
This one is from Quentin.
And we didn't use yours.
Wait. Hey,
Ukulele-
listen, gentlemen.
Ukulele, betrayal/trauma.
Oh,
Ukulele
How
betrayal/trauma. Now you all know that ukulele.
Mhm.
There's this nukulele.
You're not a
that's coming
fan of
out.
that instrument.
Nukulele.
it seems.
There's this nukulele that's coming out, and they're trying to gaslight us.
is that nuclear ukulele?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go nuclear on ukulele.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because let me tell you a little something about Platonic. Now,
Right.
Platonic is allegedly the company that has made bomb threats to numerous businesses in rural Kansas. Now, you've probably heard news stories about that. Allegedly, it was them.
Right.
Okay?
Because you used the name Platonic.
Allegedly
When
by
you
you
did
just
that.
now.
Yeah,
Yes.
by you.
I don't
just
know
now.
who's alleging it necessarily.
Right.
That checks too.
Are they in the room?
Allegedly,
No, let me make it very clear. he is the one alleging it. And
Yeah.
he also does not know that.
Yeah,
he is the
right.
one.
Oh,
correct.
true.
Yeah, Allegedly-
both things are true.
Exactly.
Allegedly,
Right.
it was someone in this room,
Okay.
but that's unconfirmed. What is confirmed is that they did it.
Could you
Allegedly. Okay?
Could you confirm it for us?
Platonic's worst crime
Okay.
was not those bomb threats,
Okay.
if they did them.
Which
okay.
they didn't, pretty clearly.
Pretty sure you did.
Their
I
worst
think you
crime,
did, yeah.
Platonic's worst crime
Yeah.
was what they did to me.
Oh,
Okay?
to you personally.
Banjo Kazooie,
Great.
Banjo Tooie,
Yep.
Banjo Nuts and Bolts. Okay?
You missed a little
Banjo,
bit, but
bolts,
that's
and
fine.
nuts.
Yeah.
Banjo Nuts and Bolts,
Yeah.
Banzo
Oh, we broke
Nuts
it.
and Molts.
We did it. We broke it.
Okay? Now,
Who's the mush mouth now?
then ukulele.
Right.
Ukulele is one of the worst 3D platformers that I have ever
Yeah,
played
you really didn't
through.
like it. Yeah.
It was abysmal.
Yeah.
But I was so hyped for it because I was
Rare developers making a
former
3D platformer,
former Rare
yeah.
developers were making a 3D platformer. I had I had my eyes open for a few 3D platformers, but this one I was like, this is going to be incredible. This is the Rareware guys, right?
specifically like the people who made Donkey Kong Country and Banjo Kazooie
right.
and
Banjo
Steve Mails and all those people. The
I-
artist.
I absolutely love the Banjo Kazooie games. What I received, I think I messaged Devin regularly during my time playing
Yeah.
it because I would get through level after level, and each time I was just like, every about 10 minutes I'd be complaining about how much I hated this game.
Yeah.
It didn't help that I had just played Mario Odyssey.
That's what really killed ukulele for a
that'll
lot of
cook
people.
you.
That
I had
made
to
it so
pause
much
ukulele
worse.
because I literally went from Mario Odyssey to ukulele, and I was like, to give this game a fair chance, I have to come back in a little while. Because when you go from like
Mhm.
what is maybe the best 3D platformer ever made to like an indie game, like a game that a few people made.
But a bad indie
No,
game.
even if it was like a Hat in Time or something that was
which
a
is
little more polished,
good indie
I would
game.
still take a beat so that I
Well,
wasn't judging
sure.
it based on that.
So I had the same thought, and so I was like, you know what? Maybe I judged this too harshly.
Yeah.
And then I came back about a year later,
You
and
realized you didn't go far enough.
and I didn't go far enough. All right. First I said, let's burn the house down. Then I said, let's put the whole household inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which at the time we lived in the same building, and I was very nervous.
Oh, I meant platonics
We didn't
as
know
a
that
metaphorical.
when
The
you were
letter
yelling.
you said didn't stipulate
Yeah,
that.
when you were
bomb threats you sent me did not.
allegedly,
Right.
Platonic sent those.
Platonic
Yeah.
allegedly sent that to you with my handwriting.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
they're frauds. But
You
Yeah.
use newspaper
I
clippings.
went back, and when I played it again, I hated it just as much.
Mhm.
But the thing is that we gave them money. Okay, if any,
Did you give them money?
yeah, I think I was a backer on
Yeah.
on that one. I was.
Yeah.
I don't think I was on a Hat in Time or the ukulele sequel.
We were. Me and
But-
Harrison.
Yeah, me and
But
Devin were
I-
back in like 2014.
Yeah.
But I supported the ukulele Patreon, GoFundMe,
GoFundMe
or
yeah.
what is
Was
it?
the- what was the
Indiegogo,
sequel
whatever.
called?
Kickstarter. That's it.
So,
what was the
ukulele and the Impossible Layer.
The Impossible Layer.
Which
it was a 2.5D. Like
Which that one's
that's
actually
fantastic,
pretty
yeah.
good.
it's really good.
So I was completely traumatized by this experience
Right.
of how bad it went
Yes.
for the amount of money.
Have you played the free demo on Steam of Yooka Replaylee?
No, I haven't, but I'm going to allegedly steal it
The
when
free
the game
demo?
comes out.
The game came out as of recording a few days ago.
Now,
You did
really?
all that math to come up with a few,
Okay.
huh?
I didn't do any math. I
So,
waved my finger.
Here, yeah. So here's the point of it
Yeah,
all.
okay.
What was your experience with it? I don't even know if you all played it. I doubt it.
Did you guys play it?
Okay.
No,
Did
you
not.
didn't.
I did play it.
Through?
No.
Okay.
No, I played the first stage of it.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
I
that's better than
saw
time.
some kind of casino stage that looked like
Uh-huh.
a beta version of a Sonic Adventure
Yeah.
map.
Uh-huh.
And I went, oh no. Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, the game game looks bad.
Played
for
a hat in
starters.
time.
Yeah, went over to it.
Yeah. So, what was your experience with that, and how do you feel about Yooka Replaylee, them charging you to buy the same game but finished this time about 18 years after the release?
May I?
Yeah, why don't you take this one, Devin? Why don't you?
Please.
Well, I feel like
No,
both
yeah.
in the fandom and in the actual dollar amount, you have the most skin in the game. So I am interested
Sure.
to hear what you think.
No,
about this.
I definitely can understand where people like Quentin come from, because like Yooka-Laylee wasn't a terrible game, but it was from the Banjo-Kazooie people, and so it's not like oh, they're making a game in the vein of. It's literally like, hey, we wanted to make Banjo-Kazooie, but we couldn't because Microsoft buried him in a shallow grave in their backyard and won't let him out. And so we're just gonna make our own. It's literally named after an instrument, and it's like an anthropomorphic male animal with a flying female sassy lady animal. So it's literally like it's just Banjo-Kazooie.
It's basically plagiarism of their own product.
Well, it's the sad state that game developers get into, where they want to make their games and some
Not
giant
allowed
corporation doesn't let them. Shame on you, Microsoft. But the thing is that, like, to Quentin's point, is that it was sad to get a hold of it, and it's like not bad, but it's like a 6 out of 10. And you're going into it expecting like Banjo-Kazooie. It's like, it is playable. You can get to the last boss, and if you had never heard of it before, you'd be like, that was really cool. Or if you heard like one dude made it, you would be like, that's incredible that he was able to do that. But it was just like 14 former Rare developers.
Very experienced programmers.
Well, I mean, but like a really tiny team trying to make a multi-platform game launch in less than, I think they developed it in like 13 months. Like they didn't have much time.
Why didn't they just wait longer?
Well, they should have, and they openly admitted that they should have, which is what Replaylee is. Is they're like, this is the way what we were going for in the original game.
Approximately 18
so
years
I'll
ago.
say that it was like, I was like, it needed a lot more. Like the game was not there. It felt like the beta of a game that could have been really good. Like as a platformer, as a platforming like enthusiast, right out the gate, the just what I call, I've stopped calling it a double jump. I've just started calling it a midair second jump, because double jump, people are like, oh, you mean like Mario Galaxy? And I'm like, no, not like a separate mechanic that like gives you more hang time or like acts differently from the jump. I mean, literally, just if you jump up in the air and you missed your target, you just get to jump again. You literally just get to jump again.
Well,
Like,
it's an attempt at covering up janky controls. And the problem is that it's not even a good way of it, because the controls in it are still real. The handling in the game is not great.
They were a little sloppy, and like the jumping felt really terrible, because it's a shallow little double jump.
Yeah.
But then Laylee acts like Kazooie from Banjo-Kazooie, where you kind of flutter up for a second and then float down. And so it felt really, there's no double jump in Banjo-Kazooie, because obviously it's like a really tight platformer.
The jumping in this 3D platformer feels awful, is what he just said.
Yeah. It feels sloppy. It's not terrible, but it's just like, it feels kind of muddy to move around. The other thing too is that like they did something similar to Banjo-Kazooie, where you unlock each of your moves. But like the format of this game is like a big sprawling 3D platformer, unlike Banjo-Kazooie, which was like small. It's these little stages and that are kind of designed to go back to. These are like big stages, like a modern, like Mario Odyssey, but you don't have any of your moves. So you're like, oh, that'd be cool. I wonder if I can get up there. Nope. Go get a move from one of the final stages and then come back to the original.
Insufferable.
And so like what's insane is that I have played
Yooka Replaylee's demo.
And it's incredible. I mean,
I'm sure, but
it literally feels like Rare came back from the dead and made a game, because like it doesn't feel like Banjo-Kazooie. Like you play it and you're like,
sure, but how do you feel about the fact that you paid full price for Banjo-Kazooie plagiarism that was completely unfinished? It was a beta, as you just said. And now you're going to pay for the same game, but actually fun now.
I don't feel too bad.
Are they doing any kind of exclusive offer for people?
No,
who
they are.
backed
If you already
It's
bought
a
the
$10
game,
discount.
it's like
Right.
half off. I think it's like a 50%.
50% off,
I forget what
yeah.
it is. But
I don't remember.
If you already got the game,
Edited
you
it in.
get a.
This
Now I'm not
guy.
going to.
Yeah, this
now
guy.
I refuse.
He's not going to edit in. What
You
it is.
edited it in.
No.
I feel like,
Yeah.
I feel like the issue kind of comes back to what I was saying, like the game I'd played.
Yeah.
What its strength was is that all the core mechanics are really good. Like, so if I had like backed that game, the sprites are awesome, the boss battles are fun,
Yeah.
and the mechanics are good. Is it a little like lacking in scale? Yeah. Is it a little shorter than I would have liked? Yeah. But you go like, oh, but all the core things are there and they're really good.
Yeah.
If Yooka-Laylee, the original, had really good, like mechanics for like the everything felt really tight and the design was good, but then it like felt unfinished,
Yeah.
or felt shorter than you expected. And then they're coming out with like a bigger sprawling version, I would feel like, would feel a little more justified. The fact that the original one was like, they were banking on their reputation of being the Banjo-Kazooie guys, but it's like Genghis Khan trying to attack a walled city for the first time. Yeah, you can conquer as many people out in the fields as you want.
Sure.
Like, you can fight all those battles, but fighting a
You have
city is
your limits.
different.
Yeah.
Building a game where you're inside of little tiny boxes is one thing, but trying to do Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild is completely different.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good you are at designing a little small, little sandbox. When you're doing a big, huge one, it's a different beast.
Yeah.
And they don't have any experience doing that.
No.
Yeah,
So I
there-
kind of get why it failed, which makes it a little more like understandable, but
Yeah.
that is still kind of frustrating.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there are a lot of skills in like developing an N64 game that just like don't carry
Translate.
over. It's, the gaming industry and gaming development has changed so much since then
Sure.
Yeah.
that like
And like obviously these developers kept making games after Banjo-Kazooie. But like by the time the reason they left Microsoft was because Microsoft had relegated them to Kinect games, like, which they were proud of, but they were Kinect games. Like, if you didn't like the Kinect, you didn't get to play Rare's games. And like when they would pitch like Banjo 3E and stuff, Microsoft was just like literally told them immediately, no one cares about Banjo-Kazooie anymore. We're not touching that.
Which is completely insane, but that's such an
Yeah.
Xbox
Which
thing
I
to do.
think they've never
Yeah.
spoken about it publicly. I think the founder of Playtonic asked Microsoft if he could buy Banjo-Kazooie like when they were leaving, and they just laughed him off. They were like, no, he's buried in our backyard.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you ever going to do with
Buy
it?
his
Yeah.
bones.
We're just gonna make money off of him.
I'll say that like I liked Yooka-Laylee. I thought it was a good game, but
Crazy.
but I see your point.
The beta that you played and spent money on. Why? So my first question is just, why are you okay with spending the money again for something you've already
I think it's because
probably
like
multiple times, knowing you?
I'll be honest that like, not to get too much. I don't really like to get too much in the weeds of like, because I'm firmly in the camp that like this should be a hobby. You guys should have rich lives and then play video games. But I will say though that like I am kind of like upset by the ethics of the fact that like they deserved to be able to make Banjo-Kazooie. Like you're talking about the artist that drew him, the guy who programmed him originally, the composer that scored the music, the guy who literally does the voice of Banjo and Kazooie, everything about that, but they don't get to.
Sure, copyright is insane. It's
and like so they
practice.
leave and they try their best to make a game.
Did
like,
they?
Like
Did they try
I
their
think
best?
they did.
Because here's the
I think
thing.
they did.
This is why
they just did. It was manpower.
It
I think
feels
that's
like
it.
a
It was
scam.
manpower.
And the reason it feels like a scam is that you have $2 million sitting in front of you, and you have to distribute that with 14 people.
Yeah.
Now you can say, well, in that 13 months, they just blew through that $2 million, but that's not true. That game,
No, they didn't blow through.
that game cost them $20. Okay.
Definitely not that.
It was a cheap game. Look at it. It's cheap. It only was 13 months. They didn't blow through $2 million.
I think it was more like 16 months.
Which means that the majority of what was donated for the sake of that game being good was pocketed.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So when I look at that, I'm like, did they try their best? No. What they did do was pocket $1 million. You know, that does you know, when I think of the ethics of it,
you are missing
I
the
think
fact
that's pretty
that the Kickstarter
bad.
said that it would be done by that date.
push it back.
I know, but you
Push it back.
do have people that are like, you said you would finish the game by this date.
You had more people who said you said the game would be good. Right?
They actually never
Why-
said the game would be good.
Why
They never
didn't
said
you-
the game would be good.
After the Kickstarter, how many years did it take to develop the game?
No,
Well,
13 months.
Replaylee or
The original ukulele.
I don't. You know what?
It was
I,
about-
I'm going to
oh,
look
oh.
at because we keep going back and forth because
I thought it was under 2
our
years.
producer can probably look it up, but it's not a super long amount of time. It's much shorter than you would think. Like
probably
for what
close
you
to
would
2
need.
years.
Yeah,
I think.
I do think that I appreciate their transparency about the fact that we did not think the game turned out the way we wanted it to. We didn't think.
Sure.
You know, they said that like right after the game came out.
Okay.
And I
give
think
people who own it like on Steam a free copy of it.
Replaylee.
Yeah. I mean, other companies have done that.
That is tough.
There are a couple games that I had on Steam that had they came up in my mail on Steam and said that they had a free voucher for, you know, a revised edition of it.
Yeah.
So you can just do that.
Here's
The Kickstarter was in 2015, and then the game came out. It actually was delayed to early 2017.
2017.
It was slated for a late 2016.
So yeah,
USA.
it was like barely. It wasn't even 2 years by the time the game came out.
and
my thought is this: I'm a little divided. So like, I think that the thing is, when you back something on Kickstarter, you by necessity are taking a risk.
Yeah,
And so if they
course.
try to make the best game that they can,
which they didn't.
and they didn't abandon the IP, they
No,
didn't
they
abandon
didn't.
it.
Yeah.
No.
I think the issue is this: I don't think they were trying to scam anyone necessarily. And when you
No.
back something on Kickstarter, you're taking a risk.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I don't know that there was anything stopping them from just pushing some updates that polished the game.
Oh, yeah, that's another question.
Replaylee's
Yeah.
like built from the ground up is interesting for many reasons because I am curious why it wasn't just a massive update. I do think it's in a completely different engine. I do think they've reworked the game entirely.
Mhm.
It could just be that they went so quiet. Like Impossible Layer came out 2 years later in 2019, right after, and then nothing. They've had nothing for the past 6 years. And so I think for the past 6 years they were working on Replaylee. That's how much of a
Okay.
change it is.
Give
Like,
it to me for free.
when
And
I s-
because I agree that when you do a Kickstarter, it is a gamble,
yeah.
right? You don't know what you're actually going to get. You might be one of those dummies that has put money into whatever the Mega Man guy's next idea is. Okay, the Mighty Number 9 Kickstarter. If you
Red
did
Ash.
Red Ash, okay, if you gave money to any of these projects, sure, you're probably pretty disappointed. My point is that if they came out with Mighty Number 9 updated edition
Sure.
and it was the best Mega Man game you ever played in your life,
Yeah.
and then they charged you full price for it, okay, there would be a hit out on the guy who made it, okay? Mega Man fans would lose it.
Yeah.
And I just see it the same way. It is a gamble, but if you're going to release the same game, but finished this time, maybe just do the courtesy of giving it to people who already own the first game for free.
Yeah.
And then
there might be more in the economics behind it that we're missing.
It is 6 years and a lot
But,
of people
like-
working
all right,
on it.
they must have
like-
squandered that $2 million that they pocketed.
That doesn't go very far when you have like lots of employees.
Right, 14.
Well,
Well,
and they made
also-
another game in that 6
They
years.
did. Yeah, exactly.
Also,
Right.
how
Did
many
that have a
people worked on
Kickstarter?
this game originally?
I don't know. It was a very
Small
small
team.
number.
We don't
Very
Small
actually
team.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
how many 3D platformers made by like 14 people from the ground up, like, have been good? Like, how many people
True.
worked on Mario Odyssey?
How many people worked on a
hundreds.
Hat in Time?
Hundreds.
I'm
Hat in
not
Time was
sure.
a big team. Gears for
I was going to
breakfast.
say, I don't know how many people
It's a
were in
pretty big
Gears for
team.
breakfast. Also, with $2 million, you could hire people.
Hat in Time also took like 7 years
Yeah.
to come out.
Yeah.
Take a
It was
long
Unreal
time.
3.
How long did How long did Breath of the Wild take to develop?
A long time.
7
Wow, look
years.
at that. So you can just take longer and make a good
Oh,
game.
I see what Quentin's point is.
These people are crazy.
Well, yeah, so that's ukulele and Quentin's
Yeah.
thoughts
Ukulele.
on
Ahead in
ukulele.
Time was 13-person development.
Ooh, look at that. A good game made
But
by
again,
a
it
couple
did
people.
it did take like
A long
15
time.
years.
That's fine.
Well, like I said, me and Devin
It's a long
backed it
time,
back in
yeah.
2014, and
And
like,
then it came out, and it's really fun, but it
Yeah.
looks like trash.
yeah,
It's not
but
a
it
good
took
looking
like
game.
10. It
Yeah.
took like
It took a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harrison,
All right.
do we have time for another topic?
10 minutes.
Then 10 minutes. Devin's got 25 topics in there.
Let's see if we can find a short topic.
Yeah.
Dip your
Yeah.
dirty, rotten, filthy claw in there.
Let's find a topic that's about something that all of us have done.
You, don't read them off if you don't think
How-
it'll be something.
How was I
that's
supposed
short.
to? How was I supposed to know if you chumps had played ukulele?
It was
Keep looking
you
to
could have
find one,
guessed.
I knew he did.
We can cut this down.
I know me and Ty
Take your time.
have.
I
Right?
keep pulling
Me
Devin
and
ones, and
Ty,
I'm like,
we
no.
played ukulele. That's what my thought was.
I like how when
Here's a
Not
a
for a
quick
minute.
one. I think.
All
And
right.
this
Go for
one's
it.
from me. What level of interactability is good for co-op games?
Oh,
Oh.
how much do you want to interact with your
Mhm,
fellow
mhm.
player?
can you describe interactability between players?
So, like, for example, like I was thinking of like New Super Mario Brothers versus Rayman Origins. In Rayman Origins, like you can slap each other around, and you can affect other players. In New Super Mario Brothers, you can't really do that. You're playing together, but like you're kind of playing independently.
But in New Super Mario Bros.,
can't really-
don't you bounce off
You
each
can-
other's
yeah.
heads when you
I
pick
I
each
think you
other
mean
up?
Mario Wonder. In Mario Wonder, you can't do anything.
Mario Wonder. Oh,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in New Super Mario Bros, you literally
It
you,
would add too much.
you bounce on each other's
Yeah.
heads. You can
Yes.
pick the run.
Maybe
button
I have
picks
that
people up.
backwards. Maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Rayman Origins, you can kind of slap.
I was
people
gonna say
around,
that-
but like not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
I think you're right.
No, yeah.
Rayman Origins, you can't influence each other while jumping. You
Right.
can just slap each other. In New Super Mario Brothers, the issue was that you can jump off of people's heads. The run button picks other people
Yeah.
up.
Mhm.
You when
Yeah.
you're in midair, you bump into each other. You have
And lose
collision.
momentum.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's to answer like the question. I don't think it's about necessarily how much. It's about the kinds of interaction. I
Yeah.
think you
Yeah.
want as much positive interaction as you can. Have you ever played any of the It Takes Two or the
Yeah.
latest one is like Split
I
Fiction or
don't have
something?
any friends,
I
but
know.
if I did, those games looked great.
They
but
look great. You want to create
So
positive.
sad.
You want
Never
to create
played
as
them with
many
anyone.
interaction points. There almost is no upper limit, but positive interaction points.
Yeah, I
If
agree.
you create negative interaction points, it's okay, but those definitely have a limit. And I would
Yeah.
say like a rare occurrence that you accidentally negatively impact the other player.
Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze are a great example of how you don't interact unless it's positive. You can if you're player 2, you can jump onto
Yeah.
Donkey Kong's
which
back.
those
and
those are
interact.
two of the best games
There is
ever
an
made.
ex-
literally
There
Wow.
is an
Wow.
exception to this where it's like holding each other back is the point. Like I see this
True.
game where
Okay.
you're like chained together and you're trying to climb something, and the whole point is to be
to mess
kind
with
of
each
frustrating.
Other. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a little bit different, but I think that's not the average use case for
Sure.
this
Yeah, because-
question.
I will say in some cases, like you kind of want like frustrating interactability.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because like in New Super Mario Brothers, like there are some times where like when someone bounces off of your head, like that can be really annoying.
Yeah.
But in some cases, like it's pretty funny when someone is like intentionally like
so many
messing with
funny,
you.
so many funny
Yeah.
moments. Yeah.
I would say though, like if you put that the ability to control whether or not you bounce off somebody's head in the player's hands, like maybe it's a different button to jump off of a friend's head than it is to just do a regular jump.
Yeah.
Then it becomes intentional when they mess with you, and that's more okay because it's not
Yeah.
happening accidentally as often, right?
You remember like how many times like playing Monster Hunter and someone is using a longsword and like you get tripped
Knocks
by
you
them
over.
just
Yeah.
playing the job like or
Yeah.
playing the weapon like
yeah.
you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And I always loved when people would yell at me that I needed like to equip the anti-trip skill. And I'm like, wait, so
do.
I need to compensate for you being bad at this game?
Yeah, well,
one
again,
gem.
my thing is that it depends on what kind of game it is. Is it competitive or cooperative?
No, I think
because
we're generally talking
It's
about
it,
cooperatives.
the question was specifically
about co-op. No, well, this
Co-op,
is
Yeah.
I was making a point. My point is that if it's a question of whether it's cooperative or competitive, because when you think about New Super Mario Bros. And all of that, it's supposed to be a cooperative game,
Yeah.
but it ends up being a competitive game.
Yeah.
And that seems antithetical to the actual goal,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Because those games you're talking about where, oh man, you can kind of negatively affect the other person
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny. Those are sort of competitive
Yeah.
typically, where it's sort of like,
But you don't want, but it's also because it was accidental. Like a great example is
Yeah.
Spelunky. In
Mm-hmm.
Spelunky, you can still interfere with each other. You like hit each other with your whips and
Yeah.
stuff, but
Mhm.
you don't just like bang into each other in the air. So it's
No.
not
Yeah,
as
right.
accidental.
And you're not
Mhm.
stuck to the same
So
screen.
you're not really
like-
competitive, but you can.
actually,
kind of
Well,
mess
but
with
also
each
that's
other.
an
You can be,
intentional
actually.
way of trying to make it more difficult.
Yeah.
my
The
point.
problem is that you're not competing against each other.
Right.
When some of these games, New Super Mario Bros., you have scores of who performed better.
That's true. There's
And
a
so
competitive
there's an
element.
There's
3D
a-
World, they give the highest scoring player a crown.
Yeah.
Yes, and so there's an incentive value to trip up
Yeah.
your fellow
I-
person. If you do that in Spelunky, you just lose faster.
Yeah,
Right,
which it's terrible.
True.
Yeah.
I do
No,
it anyway.
Yeah, I know, and we yell at you every
Mhm.
time. No, the interesting thing to me is I think it's all about the context of the game. So like in 2-dimensional games, like Mario, like New Super Mario
They're a little
Brothers,
more crowded.
So if you've played New Super Mario Brothers, 2 players is perfect.
Yeah.
Just Mario and Luigi. The amount of interaction you can do is fun, but like there's not so many people that you're getting in the way.
Yeah.
It's
4
not
players.
too chaotic.
4 players is so chaotic because there's such limited screen real estate. But I'm more of a fan of Mario Brothers Wonder, because of the fact that you can only have positive interactions. Like
Yeah.
if someone's playing as Yoshi, you can hop on their back and now they're just in control.
Yeah.
And Yoshi's invincible. So it's like, that's a cool interaction. And I've played Mario Brothers Wonder with 4 people and it's super fun. It's still chaotic because it's Mario and people are falling to their deaths and like people are, it's just chaotic. It's a chaotic game, but it's not so chaotic you can't control it.
Yeah.
I will say though that if you take New Super Mario Bros. Formula and make it 3D with 3D World, it's perfect. Like, because that third dimension gives you more room to move around. Like, I wouldn't like 3D World as much if you couldn't interact. Like the funny interactions of like picking Quentin up and being like, Quentin, get the green star, and throwing him into a bottomless pit to grab one of the collectibles
All right.
that he didn't agree to. If I couldn't do that in the game, I think it would be missing something.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that beyond positive or negative interaction, it's a question, in my mind, of whether this is bordering on competitive
Yeah.
or still being cooperative. Because I think that Spelunky was a good example of something which is there's almost exclusively negative ways that you can interact with the other person, right?
Sort of, yeah.
There's some ways like
You can pick each other up.
you can
and
pick each other
toss
up.
Each other, yeah.
yeah, and do certain things like that. But with
Spelunky's such a skill test. If you're skilled
Yes.
at the game, then co-op is like
Exactly.
busted.
me and Ty played.
Which we all are.
Nope. But me and Ty, we played through Spelunky, the original, and Spelunky 2 a number of times,
Yeah.
and we didn't have too much trouble with it. But at the same time, there isn't that, like, you're right. If you're really good at it, it's not that big of a thing.
Right.
But most people are going to end up blowing each other up a
Throwing
lot
bombs
while
at each
playing
other,
that
yeah.
game. But it never feels like there's some level of intentionality behind it.
No.
Right?
yeah.
But if that happens, then it's too much from the start.
Yeah.
Right? And as far as positive interaction, I don't know that there is too much. I feel like if there's creative ways that you can interact positively with the people in cooperative,
Yeah.
games, I think you could do as much of that as you possibly can.
Yeah. For me, it's just about like, does it get so uncontrollable and chaotic that it's not fun to play
Mhm.
anymore? Where it's just
Right.
like, this is just too much. And then but there is a really strong argument for the Donkey Kong Country games where it's maybe only positive interaction is better.
Yeah, I mean, obviously these things can still be fun.
Yeah.
We would stay up till 2 a.m. playing the new Super Mario games, but it pretty much devolved into screaming.
Yeah, because someone would just bubble because we're we can't do this. We actually have to play it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Which is that's a good segue into announcing that this is how much I love my brothers and content.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah,
so even though I love Super Mario and it's my favorite series,
Right.
when Mario Brothers Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition comes out with the extra content, I've decided I'm only going to play it here with you guys on the channel.
Wow.
Do a series.
That is serious.
Yeah, we're going to play together.
That is actually
all together.
Oh,
Yay.
We just need the equipment.
So if you
first.
guys want to see that on the Power Up Brothers playlist, subscribe so we can be a part of it.
Tangentially related, I will say that I did create that question after I played Deltarune Chapter 3, which is a game that I also do want to play on the channel.
Coming soon.
Only with some
soon.
of you, not all of you. Because
coming
F
soon.
you.
Yeah. Well, who here has even played Undertale?
I've never played it, so
Yeah, okay.
Does that make me? You want me there or not want me there?
Not want you there.
Oh, okay.
Not want you
Could be
there.
fun.
Two
Could be
people
interesting,
here
yeah.
have played
I
Undertale.
played Undertale. It was way too easy. The guys all died.
Really? Yeah, right.
Killed everybody.
Yeah.
Sans
it was
was
kinda
way
boring.
too easy.
Oh, the
was
easiest
so
fight
boring.
in gaming.
I didn't even do
Please
anything.
give us money. Go
Yeah.
to patreon.com/powerupbros. That's right. You can go there and subscribe.
You can fund Quinn's drug habits.
Yeah. What do they get
It's-
if they subscribe?
You get exclusive Patreon content. You get exclusive
Patreon
Patreon content. You get exclusive
topic bag. You gotta say the
topic
they can
bag
suggest the
access.
topic
You
bag.
can suggest what goes in the topic bag, and it'll be better than anything we come up with. I
Pretty easy.
assure you of that.
And then what do we do with that?
We
Throw it
take
away.
the money and
No,
you
no.
mean
The
what do we
their
do with
topics? What do we do with their
we
topics?
put them in the topic bag.
the special patron topic
A
bag.
special patron topic bag, which
Good.
we will pull out
We're
of.
so good at making these stings
They're-
shorter.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
So short.
And,
like
uh,
a well-oiled machine.
And it's a great deal, folks. It's
Yeah.
a great deal. You get all of that as well as posts. There's a text
We'll do
posts
posts.
will be on there,
Sure.
maybe behind the scenes.
And we'll add more as we get better at
Yeah.
content
that's-
creation.
And it's only
Yeah.
about it's
Yeah.
like $35 for the
no,
for one subscription,
just $5.
right?
It's 5.
It's $5.
And we're gonna make a lot of money, and that's the reason we're doing
Probably
this.
won't.
Okay,
But
It's not.
all that matters is that you're here, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
If you're
Thank you
still
for being
here,
here.
guys,
Mhm.
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you
yep,
for
you're
being
real
here.
special.
Appreciate it.
You're
You should
real
probably
special.
talk to a psychiatrist.
Welcome to the
Probably.
New
Still
Table
here.
Podcast.
Welcome to the news
You're-
table,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I worked so hard to make sure this news table was here for episode 53 because it's season 2 of the Power.
Oh my
Brothers.
God,
Season
season
The
2.
table's better. My mic is better. These chumps.
Wow,
But the hosts are worse.
And the hosts are so much
Yeah.
worse. We're all aging and dying.
Yeah.
wow, look at that.
But
That's
guys,
everyone,
Harrison,
actually.
thanks for being here
Yes,
because
you're
it's
welcome.
so chaotic. Thanks for me being here too because I haven't
Yeah.
seen the episode
Thank
before
you.
this
Thank
because
you.
it,
And you won't. It'll be the first
Thank you
lost
so much.
episode of the new season.
the fourth
Right.
lost
The word
episode.
Saudi Arabia were only mentioned 3 times,
Only.
including just now.
That's
Only
pretty
3
good.
times.
That's pretty good.
Hey.
Yay. Guys, thank you guys
Yes.
for being
All
here.
right,
We'll
thank
see you
you.
next week.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
See you
Goodbye.
next time.
Get out of here.